to work. Ha 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 ha. I just moved to Florida about 4 months ago, moved my whole family down here for the main goal of having more family time. Going to Disney World obviously is part of that, and we live about 20 minutes away, so I'm just driving right now on my commute that I'm starting out because I believe that, this is something that other people should try to do. Not move to Florida and go to Disney World. That's not what you're trying to do, but it's time to live your dreams now. I mean, I've been trying to do this for 3, 4 years. I've worked from home for 15 years. I've started in video production. I had a video production agencies that I started many moons ago. That was very successful. And then I transitioned into marketing automation mainly, using all different platforms, everything like that. And then in the last couple of years, it's all 100% been AI focused. I have clients and I have students. So my ability to go and actually just move somewhere, I was able to do that very easily, which obviously helped. I'm not a millionaire. I still got to work to pay the bills. But my point was, where I was at, I just didn't want to be there anymore. I grew up in Oregon. I was tired of the rain. I was tired of the gray all winter long. And obviously I vacationed in Florida as a kid. But, it was more about, I'm not getting any younger here, guys. We're going into a place where now I'm looking at the latter part of my life. And so it's more like, what do I want to do in my life? And I can't wait around to become a millionaire, billionaire to actually live my dreams now. So that's kind of the point of what I'm doing here. This is day one, and I'll be documenting my process here. So follow along in the journey. If you want to learn exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and then how you could do it well if you want to. I mean, I have nothing held back. I have no gatekeeping secrets, anything like that. So really being said, the number one way that you could start living your dreams now, seriously, it's not about being a millionaire. It's about living your dreams, because maybe you don't need to be a millionaire to live your dreams. I sure don't need to be a millionaire to live my dreams. But the thing that I found over the last 15 years that really made the biggest difference in being able to actually go and live a life like you were a millionaire without having to be a millionaire is really the main components of starting an online business. So when you start an online business, the main things that you want is an audience, okay? And your audience could be many different things. Lots of people talk about audiences. What I specifically have focused on, hello there. What I specifically have focused on is building an email list. I've done that for the last 15 years, built email lists of various different types. And those email lists are gold. If you can focus on building an email list, you'll be able to move to Florida. You'll be able to move to Dubai. You'll be able to move anywhere you want to be. Again, it's not about becoming a millionaire. It's about building a lifestyle system that allows you to do whatever you want to without having to be crazy rich. Because the problem with trying to be crazy rich is then you're just working to be crazy rich the whole time and you never stop, man. Okay, yeah, hey, thanks. I love the channel so far. Got some really interesting takes. Awesome. It's so inspiring to see openly gay man. Oh, am I gay? I guess everyone thinks I'm gay according to that comment, but that's fine. I actually am married and I have 3 kids. And I love Jesus. Yeah, that's fine. But if I'm gay, that's cool too. But I'm definitely not. I love women and Jesus, and I have children. But anyways, back to online business, right? Building an email list is the number one way you're going to be able to do more than Instagram, more than YouTube, more than all of the things that everybody else is doing. Because the problem with everything on the internet is it can be shut down, it can be scammed, it can be hacked, it can be many different things can happen to it. With an email list, you have a list of people that are interested in whatever you need to be, right? So when you have an email list, let's just say around people that are interested in AI automation, then there's a million different things that you can do. I had an email list for a long time around Amazon FBA, selling on Amazon FBA. So I built that email list by providing free offers, free help to people looking to sell on Amazon. So using AI to build an email list is going to be the first step for anyone to be able to go live their dreams now, be able to move to Florida, go to Disney World every day, as you'll be seeing on if you follow on with me. And you'll be able to constantly talk to people. The more people you can talk to every single day about whatever it is that you're trying to do, the better you'll be, right? So most people just don't really know what they're trying to do. They don't know what kind of business they want to do and nothing like that. So I completely understand that. I've been there many times. What I suggest is just start the processes of business without knowing the business. So what I mean is start building an email list around anything. And the easiest one was e-commerce. If you want to get into making money, it would be selling e-commerce, anything. So the fastest, easiest way is you could easily create your own product with e-commerce. You can private label it. There's a million different ways to do that. You don't have to drop ship. But the way to build an email list is you give away a product for free to people that would be interested in the product, and then you come out with your own product, or you have drop shipping that you specifically would be sending to those people. So without having to have a product or anything, you could literally just be like, hey, I'm doing a giveaway of this product, sign up and win this giveaway. That always works. That's tried and true, doing a giveaway. And then you could go and private label that product. I'm only talking about e-commerce because e-commerce is going to be a lot easier for most people to start out with, and using AI for e-commerce is very easy just because everybody knows buying and selling. Doing anything else, trying to start an AI agency, trying to do anything more sophisticated, doing business to business stuff, requires an extensive amount of business knowledge. No one can just jump in without having any entrepreneurial or business experience into an AI agency without specifically actually being able to go and do that. Let's just see where I'm at here. I am about 12 minutes away. Currently on my way to Epcot. I'm gonna go do some work in Epcot. So I moved to Florida about 4 months ago with my family from Oregon. I was tired of living in Oregon. If you are tired of living where you are living, you need to move as well. Why not? Why not? Life is short, okay? And the way you move is by building an online business. And the first ways to build an online business is not by trying to build a social media following. You don't need a giant following. What you need is a list of people that you are constantly talking to every day. Now, those lists could be on YouTube. Those lists could be on Instagram. Those lists, hey, look, I'm driving past that's the castle right there. That's the castle right there. Okay, the list could be on Instagram. The list could be on, there's a lot of different places lists exist, right? But what it is people are interested in something. So you're going out there, you're saying, hey, I have this thing. Are you interested in it? They give you their information in exchange. This is basic stuff. But the fact that no one does this is the reason why most people are not going to Disney World every day, are not living their dreams. The most people are not doing what they actually want to do because they're not following the basic principles of business. So building your own audience that you control, that isn't based around social media, that isn't based around one platform or anything like that. And email is the number one way to do that. Having an email list is the easiest and least friction way to do that. Hey, look, that's the new Cars Land and the new Villains Land right over there that they're building. Okay, so now that you can focus on building an email list, either got to pick on e-commerce or B2B, okay? B2B meaning mainly helping small businesses like plumbers or something like that with their business. And either way, you have to do the same order, which is get traffic, get leads, get attention, and then turn that into possibly sales. This is all of the basics of business, but most people want to live their dreams. They want to go move to Florida. They want to do all the stuff. But you got to do the basics of online business before you do anything with AI. When you get into AI, it can amplify, it can speed up, it can do a lot, but it's not going to do enough without you having actual real entrepreneurial experience and understanding of what's happening. It's all about remarketing. Remarketing, retargeting is somewhat beneficial, but the main things really is about cold traffic. Turning cold traffic into a paying customer is the biggest way for anyone to make money or to be able to actually consistently grow, I would say, for lack of better terms, because strangers, walking up to a stranger on the street and getting them to actually know, like, and trust you very quickly is really hard. Okay. So that's why you go out here, you build trust. And nowadays with social media, really ritual, doing the same thing, showing up the same place as in real life, that is going to be the biggest authority builder. If you want to build authority, you want to build trust, you want to make money, do the same thing every day, right? So right now I'm starting this series where I literally will be going to Disney World every morning and evening to prove that I'm here, obviously, and that you can do anything you want to in this life if you just stick to it and you have a plan and you follow through that plan. If you don't really know what you're doing, you can still do whatever you want to. I'm driving right past the Grand Floridian Hotel here, which is pretty awesome. We just had lunch there the other day. So as you are looking at what are you trying to do, all right, AI is going to help you, but you need cold traffic. So it's either B2B, starting an agency, or B2C, doing e-commerce. B2B, the easiest method for that is going and scraping all the Google Maps businesses, enriching those businesses. So that's getting AI to go and find all the contact information from all the businesses, and then going and doing cold outreach to all those businesses. For B2C, for e-commerce, you're doing all cold traffic on your paid channels. So for Google Ads, for all that type of stuff. That's the only way that you're going to build anything, right? And from there, it's all still based off of your email list and all that type of stuff. And then AI can build upon everything that you build upon if you build a foundation based off of real digital marketing. So real digital marketing and real online business is building a customer list of people that are interested in your business or in your prospect or in your idea. So it doesn't matter whatever it is you're doing, right? So what I'm doing is I teach people AI and I help businesses implement AI. And I moved to Florida. So I'm using all of those things to my benefit and leveraging them to get attention from the internet. So then I can help them in many different ways. So it's about using what you have now, wherever you are, to build leverage. So if you don't have any money for ads, then you have time. So then you can go out there, put a bunch of content out. You can use AI to put content out, but we know right now that doesn't really work that well. If you've tried to put AI content out, it doesn't convert. It just doesn't work. What converts is what I'm doing right now, being a real person, driving to Epcot, right? And showing everybody how to start a business online, how to use AI to start a business, how to start an AI business, and then use that to actually fulfill and live your dreams and live the life that you want to live, right? So let me know, comment. You can email me anytime, Mikee, M-I-K-E-E at mikee.ai. If you have any questions about AI, I have a bunch of free stuff. I have some great offers if you're looking to learn AI very quickly as well. Either way, let me know, and I will definitely be able to get you in the right direction. The biggest problem with AI is trying to learn too much of AI, and within 10 seconds right now, I can tell you everything about AI, which is go download Google Anti-Gravity and just use that, nothing else. I'm serious. I've been doing this now too long. I wasted too much time and money on it. And right now, at this point, nothing's really going to change it because Google is won. So go download Google Anti-Gravity onto your computer. You need a somewhat newer computer that has some RAM, that has the ability to be able to go somewhat fast, because it will consume all of your system's resources when you're using Google Anti-Gravity. But when you go into Google Anti-Gravity, you say, make me a website for this plumbing company, right? And it just goes and does it. You can go and say, make me ads for this plumbing company. And then it will go and do that. Then you get the credentials of the plumbing company's ad account, of their email account, of their, ServiceNow or Service Titan, or whatever they're using for their actual account. Then you just give the credentials to Google Anti-Gravity, and you say, connect these all together, and then automatically make ads and make stuff. And then it actually will do that. Yes, you do need to kind of work with it and coax it back together, but we're at the state where you don't need that's as much AI information as you need. 6 months ago, we were definitely like, you need to learn N8N. 6 months ago, you needed to learn all of these LangChain and Crew4 AI and all this other crap that was out there. Now you don't need to learn any of that stuff. It's actually gotten to, that's a sign that it's gotten smarter, AI. So because you don't have to learn anything necessarily new with AI, you just got to use the right tools. That would be Google Anti-Gravity, okay? Manus is one, agent.minimax.io is one, openhands.dev is another one, right? I've used them all. But Anti-Gravity is going to do everything you need. You could build a whole company. If you're trying to use anything and automate anything, Anti-Gravity will do it all. So you don't need to pay anybody. You don't need to do anything. Google Anti-Gravity will solve all your problems. Now, what are the problems that really need to be solved? First of all, you need leads for your business, right? But before you get leads, you need an offer that leads actually care about. So for example, I have a client right now, his name's Bill. Bill is trying to help retirees find hobbies, right? But Bill doesn't really have a good offer yet that necessarily is very clear in understanding what retirees want and what would they actually pay for, more so, to help them find a hobby. So you can't necessarily go and we can't actually go and do that. We can't go and start running ads and helping Bill before he has an offer, right? Here we go. We made it to Epcot, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we're going to help Bill make an offer, but he has to have something based off of what people are wanting. And to be able to help people with an offer, you got to do a survey. So it's kind of always like a chicken and an egg situation when it comes to offer building, because you need to do a survey really to build the best offer. Is ask people, hey, I am trying to build this business around helping people be a retiree and build hobbies, right? So are you retiring, right? And so you can build an offer. I'm just going through the toll booth here. Hold on one second. It's Epcot. Well, there it is. Epcot. Yeah. Hello. Thank you. Have a good day. I did it. All right. We're into Epcot now, guys. Fantastic. Okay. So when it comes to building offers, that's really the core part before you do an agency. So for like a AI agency, if you're trying to build an offer out, it really just depends on the company. You can't necessarily just, everybody's trying to stick with the same thing. That's because ChatGPT is telling everyone to do the same thing, which is basically, voice. Everyone needs a voice. So it's so funny, if you listen to the ads, the same hook is being said by everybody because it's the same AI being told, which is, you don't have a leads problem, you have a follow-up problem. So that is the truth. Every business does have a follow-up problem. Every business needs leads, they need follow-up. Everybody needs the same thing. So when it comes to offers, your offers are always going to be the same. It's always going to be based around what people are doing, right? So here we are, we made it. Dun 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 dun. All right. So let me know if you guys thought any of this was helpful. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, all that crap, right? I'll see you guys tomorrow morning here, and we'll be talking about more of the same. Check out my website, Mikey AI. If you got any questions, if you need any help with thing, email me. I'm always here to help. All right. Talk to you guys later.